Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Toya and I'm a mental health therapist licensed in the states of Missouri, Illinois, and California. On this channel, I post content that supports emotional, physical, and spiritual health and well-being. And today, I'm taking you with me as I focus on all three of those by starting my spring garden. Now, as you see, I'm clearing out my garden bed that's been untouched pretty much since last winter. And for those who are professional gardeners, please don't come for me if I'm not using the best gardening tools. I'm just using what I have, and it's getting the job done pretty well. I don't proclaim to be a professional gardener by any means. I'm just a mom who likes feeding her family fresh produce and using what God has blessed me with to do it. And doing it the way I do it is a pretty nice workout for my body as well. Now, as you saw a moment ago, I had to work on breaking up all the weeds and getting them all out of my garden bed. And I am trying to leave as much dirt behind as possible. Shout out to my babies for always helping me prep and maintain my garden throughout the year. I know they probably don't want to. I remember when I was a kid, my grandma used to actually take me to farms where you'll you'll pay, you'll get a bucket, and we used to pick greens and peas and all kind of things. And I hated it as a kid because I hated bugs. But we'll go back home. I saw her, that's how I learned how to properly wash greens and how to shuck corn and, how to snap green beans and then, freezing them. And that really taught me so much. When I was a kid, I couldn't appreciate it, but I definitely appreciate it now as an adult. And that's something that's important enough to me to where I want to make sure I get to share that with my kids as well. Now, you see me breaking up the dirt the best that I can. That's what I'm doing right now. So that way the roots for my transplants can grow a little bit easier. This is really a workout too. Okay, so now it is time to add the soil. I know that I am using in-ground dirt at first, but I'm going to top it up. I'm going to top it off with some garden bed dirt. To be honest, the ground dirt was a lot cheaper and I needed a lot of bags. Now, I do make my own compost using things like eggshells, shredded paper, coffee grounds, banana peels, etc. But I didn't do it last year, so I didn't have any dirt to use this year. I have to use the dirt that I'm making this year for next year's harvest or next year's garden bed. But when you see that little black container off to the side, the right side, when it kind of pops into frame, that's actually my compost container right there that I put all my scraps and everything in to make up my compost. Just putting all the dirt in. Those bags are not light at all. You're going to see me in a moment bring the bags over to the other side, and those bags get heavy, y'all. I know I just tossed that one in, but it was heavy. I was tired. I'm getting tired. This is a workout. I think my kids done escaped back into the house, some of them. My youngest one is over there jumping on the trampoline. But nonetheless, they're still learning. I'm like a one-person assembly line. Get the dirt, open the dirt, dump the dirt. Miracle Grow, feel free to show your girl some love, by the way, all this free advertisement that I'm doing for you guys. But like I said before, I'm not a gatekeeper, so I'm gonna show what I use. It normally gives me a pretty good harvest. Now you see me breaking up all those big chunks of dirt. Again, gotta make sure everything's loose, so my transplants and my seeds that I'm gonna plant can have plenty of room to grow. All right, here comes the topsoil. Again, Miracle Grow, holla at your girl. But I'm using some raised bed garden soil to kind of top everything off right before I put my transplants and my seeds in. For all of my sisters and brothers who have suggestions on how to have the best harvest using a raised bed, or if you have any garden tips at all, I'm here for that. Leave your comments below. I'm just here sharing what I do, how I do it, and hoping it can be an encouragement to others along the way. But I always tell people, I kind of coined the phrase, I'm going to be a student until the day I take my last breath, because there's always something to learn and so many different ways to learn it. So again, leave those comments below if you have any suggestions on how to have the best harvest, how to grow the best produce in the raised garden bed, using a raised garden bed. Now you see me spreading the dirt around because, again, I want to get everything pretty much even. And again, all of those big chunks broken up. I was picking out these little weeds and everything, you guys, until pretty much the very end. Whenever I saw a big piece of weed or a long piece of a weed, I'll get it out, trying to get it all nice and, ready for my transplants. All right, putting in my labels. Now, I definitely had to label these areas because if you know your girl, I ain't gonna remember what I planted and where I planted it at. So I created labels. My youngest one actually did these for me. She printed out the labels, so that way I was able to place them in the garden bed, remembering what I planted and where. Here is one of my garden tips for you. Make sure to check out your companion planting chart. There are do's and don'ts when it comes to certain herbs and vegetables that you should or should not plant together. All right, here I go. I'm about to plant my plant babies into the ground. I always plant lettuce because I love some salads. And when planting your transplants, don't forget to break up the bottom so the roots can grow a little bit better. I think I got distracted on that second one though. I am growing lettuce, kale, Brussels sprouts, radishes, and greens. And then I'm also going to put in some pots. I like to plant my tomatoes and my peppers as well. Tip number 2 for you. When Placing your seeds into the ground, remember that they are seeds and not seasoning, meaning that you don't need a lot of seeds in one hole. Now, I do tend to put 2 to 3, usually just 2, but I've been known to drop 3, no more than 3 in one hole, just in case I plant a dud. But definitely don't need a lot of seeds in one hole. Easy cover, just cover that up with my hand. And it's been about 30 days now, and look at my garden, y'all. It's coming along. I did pray over my garden, and I asked God to give us an abundance so we're able to bless others. Just like I hope this video has blessed you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and as always, be blessed.